Hey everybody, this is Stephen Casey Relvin here, and I know it's been a while since I did a product review, because the last time I did a product review was the Scale Trains coil cars, which I believe was the second run I have, and I do apologize because I've been pretty busy with personal life and with work and all that. And now I'm going to be doing a product review. These are some cars I have. There are 4 of them, and these are actually the very first Athearn Genesis freight cars I have. So what they are these cars right here. These are the Athearn Genesis UTC 33K LPG tank cars. I got 4 of them here. So one I have is the UTLX Blue, and as you know, these are actually recently released this month, as of March. Like they were released like in early or mid March. So it's pretty nice. So I have one here. My other one I have is a Procore Black late version. And then I also have 2 early versions, which are right here. So I got UTLX White. And this one right here is another UTLX, which I believe is black, which is weathered or faded, however you want to say it. So I got 2 late versions and 2 early versions. We're going to be doing reviews on both of these. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start off with the unboxing. So first things first is we're going to start off with this, the UTLX early version. So it just slides out like this, and it's got a nice protective case. And then just lift it off like this, and then there it is itself. It looks really nice. So to be a bit careful, I would prefer to just grab them right here. Just lift it out, and then carefully, and there it is. We got that out. I'm going to set this aside. And here's my other one. And same as always. And there you go. I got the 2 tank cars out of the packaging. So, from the late version and the early version. So, I'm going to set these on the tracks, and then we'll begin the review on both of these. Alright, so starting off, so first off, you can see it's got some pretty nice detail front. It's got the McHenry scale coupler, which is, I believe, the shelf coupler, which is prototypical to see on all tank cars as of now, because I think the purpose of that is to prevent uncoupling on them in real life. So there's that, and it's got the brake wheel detail, very nicely done. Placard detail is very nicely done. Oops, sorry. Let's see if we can get that to focus. There. And it says 1075 because that stands for liquefied petroleum gas. And some more great detail here. You see, on the steps, the ladders, and some great detail, like information on the car, and then all that non-odorized liquefied petroleum gas. And here, they did a pretty good job on the flat panel, right here, and then some great underbody detail, as well as the trucks and all that. And if you look up to the top, it's got some walkway detail as well, see-through. Really good detail here. And when I do this, they're actually metal, so they're not plastic. Same thing for the body, from the piping on the bottom. It's also metal, so even though they're metal, you still gotta be very careful with these things. So I'll show you the other side. See? That's great detail here, and you can see that. Very nice. And the coolest feature is that it's also got rotating bearing caps as well, if you look really carefully. So this is a really cool feature that Athearn Genesis did. Very nice detail, and also it's got the yellow safety striping on them, which is really nicely done. So now we're going to turn the car on its side. I'll show you the underbody detail. You can see Very nice. Done. And I did some pretty good weathering on the trucks. They look like factory weathered. To me. Very nicely detailed. And then it's also got the trendline hose right here. On both sides, you can see. So I'll show you the other side. Lots of great detail on here. This is actually one really nice car. Wow. So yeah, so basically I think this is actually one of the best cars that Athearn Genesis has done. And because I actually see these cars a lot on the railroads. You can see them like, you know, on UP, you can see them on BNSF and all. This is actually a very stunning car. So definitely would think this is one recommended car you should get if you model in the modern era. So yeah, so that's gonna wrap up for the review for the early version. So now we're gonna move on to the late version of the LPG tank car. Alright, so now I have the late version of it, which is the Pro Core I have. So starting off, it's got some pretty good detail in here. It's got, you know, the information and all that. You know, how many gallons it has, and then the placard detail on the brake wheel. It's got the knuckle couplers. Some great details, because you notice that the late versions do not have the ladders on this side. They had them on the sides, as you can see. That's how it looks. Some more great detail here in the placard. Placard is really nicely done. And, you know, all that. This is like if you really cool information you got here. Very nice. And if you look up at the top, it's got some see-through detail. As you can see, the walkway wise. And this is like, you know, the ladders where probably the crew climb up and stuff, and then this is where the LPG gets loaded in. So I'll show you the other side. And there's lots of good detail here. See-through detail wise here, and then McHenry knuckle coupler, which are the shell couplers. Very nicely done. So this car also has rotating bearing caps, so look careful. I'll zoom in, show you guys. If I can see. Sorry, the camera's not focusing. So I'll show you. So, really nice. I really like how it has rotating bearing caps, because it basically reminds me of the Scale Trench Rivet Counter series. So I'm actually glad that they do that, because it makes them look more prototypical. So then I'll show you. I'll just turn it around. Lots of great detail on this side as well. Very nice. Done. And I'll show you the underbody detail. Underbody detail is very nice. You can see all the detailing and stuff. And I'm actually really glad they did a good job with the piping and stuff like this. But I think the top area is like plastic. You can see. This side's, I don't think it's plastic, but so even though when you unbox these cars, you still gotta be extra careful with. You don't want to break the detail on them. So anyways, and the cool thing is, I think they come with these these little Ziploc bags, and then these things are the extra bearing caps you just put on them in case they fall off. So. Yeah. So that's basically going to wrap up the review of the late version of the LPG tank cars from Athearn Genesis. So now I'm going to be showing you guys all four of them I have out of the packaging. Alright, so now that I have all four of them out of the packaging, as you can see. So I'm going to just do a little quick overview of all four of them. So the first one up here is the UTLX Blue. Very nice. This is actually really probably my favorite of all, because I love that paint scheme. Looks really cool. And also I've seen this particular type of car out while rail painting a few times as well. So let's see, let's get detail here. It's got the, you know, for chemical emergency, the phone number and all that. The dry petroleum gas. So, turn this around, show this side. So, very nice. And you can see it's got the see-through detail on the top. So that's good. That's cover one. Now the Procore. I'm going to do one more overview of this since this is one I recently did the review on. This is actually really cool because I basically see Procore like tank cars. You'll find them almost anywhere out in the rails. So this. So for chemical emergency, contact information. Very nice. So this is actually really nicely done. So now we're going to go over one more. This UTLX, one more overview. Nice. And our last one cover today is the UTLX White. So this one actually I see has a different placard that says 1218 on it. So this one does not carry the LPG. This one carries a different type of cargo. So very nice detail with the white panel and all of that. And it carries this cargo instead. So instead of LPG. So not sure how I would really pronounce it, but okay. Very nicely detailed. And I love this. You can see the see-through walkway at the top. And there you go. That's all for the tank cars I have. So, anyways, so that's going to basically wrap up the video for the Athearn Genesis LPG tank cars for both the late version and the early versions, which I think these cars are absolutely very nicely done from Athearn Genesis. I'm actually glad that Athearn moved these to the Genesis line because of how, you know, highly detailed they are, and they have lots of detail. It's very nice. So maybe I might plan to get more of these because I see a lot of these out on the rails when rail fanning. So yeah. So anyways, that's going to wrap up the video today. So I'll leave you guys with a little bit of a run by of these tank cars in action. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.